Get ready for Rugby Fever, where young talents from all over come to showcase their skills in the ultimate school showdown. Meet the future field heroes of rugby. Experience the thrill of every try time. Feel the power of epic tackles. Chase the school glory with every match. Cheer for your school. Get ready to watch epic rugby battle and witness the rise of future champs. The excitement is contagious. Catch the action here. Welcome to the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, where legends begin.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Suagathadasa grounds here as we prepare for this encounter between Senanayake and Science College. Both these teams are pretty much out of contention for the league, but yet have pride at stake in this encounter. Both teams are currently going through their warm-up routines as we await the commencement of this game. Senanayake, on their part, will be desperately disappointed of their inability to make it to that super round. Whatever slim chances they had evaporated with Trinity's convincing win against Dharmaraja yesterday. So they'll pretty much be playing for pride in this match. Nonetheless, there's a knockout tournament coming up as well, and I'm sure that they'll want to put in a good performance and keep their confidence levels high for that tournament. The weather forecast today is picture perfect, you'd have to say. It's 31 Celsius of a maximum temperature with 26 Celsius minimum temperature. There's no signs of any clouds or rain, although we are expecting light showers, but let's hope that those showers stay away today. So both these teams coming into this game with contrasting fortunes as we have a look at the Group A. Senanayake, as you can see, languishing in the 4th position, and that's in all probability where they would end up unless St. Thomas's go down to Isipatana today without getting a bonus point, which means that DS would go up to 3rd place, and that's the best they could achieve. Science College on their part will be trying to get a win today to just make it one spot above from where they currently are and dislodge Dharmaraja from that 5th position. But it's pretty much playing for pride for both these teams, who would be a bit disappointed, especially Senanayake. Started the season pretty well, but unfortunately that defeat up in Mount Lavinia against St. Thomas's has really hurt their chances of making it to the Super 4. And this is the other group which is pretty much decided. St. Peter's and Royal qualifying to that super round. St. Peter's will be up in Nittavala today and will be taking on Vidyartha College. So they'll look to try and further strengthen their position at the top of the table, with points being carried forward to that super round as well. It is very important from their point of view to get a win and get a bonus point win as well. The rest of the teams, Wesley getting a good win yesterday, and will probably be a bit disappointed of not being able to make it to that super round, but from their point of view they'll be looking forward to the knockout tournament as well. Zahira and Vidyartha followed by St. Joseph's, all having their moments but not being consistent enough to trouble Royal and Peters at the top of the table. So these are the scenarios of qualification. If St. Thomas's are to make it to that super round, they need to win the match today with a bonus point, or win the match without a bonus point and prevent Isipatana from gaining 2 bonus points. So as far as St. Thomas is concerned, their fate is pretty much in their hands. Isipatana, from their point of view, just need to win this match or gain 2 bonus points if they lose, to prevent St. Thomas's from scoring 4 tries, or even a draw game from their point of view would suffice. Trinity will be hoping that Isipatana can do them a favor by beating St. Thomas's, or the match between both those schools end up in a draw. So those are the scenarios. So and I will definitely be at Havelock Park. We'll keep you updated on what's happening there as well, as that key fixture will prove who will be the fourth team to make it to that super round. So we'll go in for a quick commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side with further updates on the league standings.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එකක ඉවර කරන්න. Beat එක remake කරන්න නැතවෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න ගින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun උතුරන්න කොතුමි kick එක වෙන්න. Cream කොතුමි fun තමයි.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill වෙන්න lemon. නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 accounts from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits. Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා. Real energy for real life. Ride.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
දැන් රිදී TV නාලිකා වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගෙදර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට Dialog TV නාලිකා අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාවකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Welcome back to the Suagathadasa Stadium here for this encounter between DS Senanayake and Science College. It's the final game for both these teams in terms of this league. Science will be looking to try and end it with a victory. It's been a really tough season for them. They started off relatively well. We'll come back to that as we have a look at the top try scorers. Vishenka Silva continues to top the table with 13 tries, and you can bet your bottom dollar that he'll probably add a few today as Peters take on Vidyartha. A new entrant into the list, Didula Jayasuriya from Royal College, had a field day yesterday with 6 tries against Thurston, has shot himself up to the number 2 position. Vidyartha's skipper Gayan Pereira is at 3rd place with 8 tries. Saneksha Lianagar Gunawardana with 7 tries, and the Pete Wright skipper Dulaj Navodya with 6 tries. Top point scorers rather, Vishenka Silva with 65 points, Ali Hadid of Wesley College with 57 points, Nabil Yahya, Royal Place kicker with 55 points, Rusita Thamodia with 49 points, and person who will be on show today, Janindu Vijayratna with 48 points of DS Senanayake. Joining me in commentary today is Sudarshana Piris. Sudarshana, how did you see yesterday's games go?
Yes, this week's results so far. Yesterday 4 games completed, and game against Thurston and Royal. We joined you up here from Suagathadasa, 97 points to 16, massive victory for Royal College. Trinity is getting a big win at Kandy, 40 points to 14. Kenswood College losing to Zaira College at Bogambara after 37 years. That's a massive victory for Zaira when it comes to piece of history. And St. Joseph's folding to Wesley, who displayed absolute brilliant rugby yesterday, winning that game 34 points to 12. And that was Saturday. If you can call that brilliant. We have a crack-lacking Sunday here. Abdullah, 4 very, very good games as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and probably the top of billing today it will be that game at Havelock Park between Isipathana and St. Thomas's. That will pretty much decide whether it will be Trinity that goes through or whether St. Thomas's will be able to make it. The fate is pretty much in St. Thomas's hands, but they'll have an uphill task to overcome Isipathana at their home grounds. The other game is Vidyartha will be hosting unbeaten Peterites. Probably expect the Peterites to come out there victorious, but I'm sure Vidyartha playing on their home turf will look to try and upset the apple cart. And of course, this game we have here for you today between Science and DS Senanayake. And to round things off will be a bottom of the table clash between Sri Sumangala and St. Anthony's. So we'll go in for another break, and we'll see you on the other side in time for kickoff, and of course with the team cards.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චොමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon chill වෙන්න lemon.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
දැන් රෙදි ටීවී නාලිකා වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගෙදර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටි රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට ඩයලොග් ටීවී නාලිකා අංක 18 රෙදි ටීවී ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රෙදි ටීවී ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දාඩිය දාගෙන ගෙදර මිදුර තනකොළ කපපු කාලේ ඉවරයි. දැන් ඒකට ඉන්නවා රොබෝ කෙනෙක්. මාස 6ක් විතර එක දිගට බැටරි ලයිෆ් එකක් තියෙන CCTV එකක් තිබ්බොත් ඔයාලා යූස් කරනවද? ලැග් වෙන්නේ නැතුව, ස්ටක් වෙන්නේ නැතුව ගේම් ප්ලේ කරන්න, වීඩියෝ එඩිට් කරන්න අලුත් ලැප් එකක් හොයනවද? කෝටි ගාණක් වියදම් කරලා ෆේල් වෙච්ච ගේම් එකක් ගැන දන්නවද? ඒ ඔක්කොම ගැන දැනගන්න මේ සතියේ ටෙක් ටිප්ස් බලන්න.
Todd Wright PI. I'll be right with you, ma'am. Thank you too. Goodbye. Ah, Margaret Wright. Hello.
What is going on?
Can I offer you my card?
What is... Todd, you are not running your own detective.
Catch the all-new So Help Me Todd Season 2, only on Hits Now.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Catch the action of the India Tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 3 T20I matches and 3 ODI matches from 27th July to 9th August, live on Dialog Television, Sony Sports 1, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD. Dialog Television, Sri Lanka's #1 television experience.
සැමදා මතකේ නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය අමරණීය මතක. සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට රිදී TV අමරණීය මතක තුලින්.
ඉන්දීය ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 උද්වේගකර T20 තරග 3ක් සහ එක්දින තරග 3ක් ජූලි 27 වනදා සිට අගෝස්තු 7 වෙනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television, Sony Sports 1, 10 Cricket සහ Sony Sports 5 HD ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීම SMS හෝ My Dialog app මගින්. ලක්මාතාවගේ ජව සම්පන්න වීරයින් වසර 4කට වරක් ලෝව වටා දක්ෂයින් සමග ගැටෙන ක්‍රීඩාලව මෞලි මංගල්‍ය පැරිස් ඔලිම්පික් 2024 ජූලි 26 සිට අගෝස්තු 11 දක්වා Dialog Television The Papare TV නාලිකා අංක 63 සහ The Papare TV HD නාලිකා අංක 126 ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න. Dialog Television ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ නිල චන්ද්‍රිකා රූපවාහිනී විකාශකයා.
The newest avatar of cricket.
And he gets it.
Is here to dazzle.
What a player she is! Absolute brilliance!
Watch the 100.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
There's a big world out there for your child to explore, with so much to see, so many things to do, and so much to enjoy learning about.
Hello, you two.
They can do it all with the UK's #1 children's channel, CBeebies.
Amazing!
It's a safe place for your child to learn through play, with delightful shows that will entertain and educate.
That works for me.
Get them ready for a big...
Welcome back as we get ready for this encounter between DS Senanayake and Science College. Both teams just making their way to the ground. As DS Senanayake will be going into this game as clear favourites. And this is the DS Senanayake outfit.
The Dons coming out. Chanita welcome Praveen Lakmala, Mika Bogahawat, Lankesh Vikramasinghe, Timet Bogahawat, Sahas Balasuriya, Chamud Devmith and Tiben Pereira making up the forwards for DS Senanayake College. Pereira will be looking to have a lot of ball behind that scrum at number 8. Chamit Samarasinghe and Rasindu Bandara, the 9-10 combination with Sandeep Caldera and Malitveer Samarakon in the wings. Teruna Silva and Tatira Pereira in the centre combination with Mohammad Sabir as the fullback.
As from Science College, the forwards will comprise of Dhananjay Sahan, Tarusha Galage, Ravindu Nishanta, Surya Priyadarshana, Pramod Nalaka, Oshen Eranda, Siluna Sudesh, and Demit Silva. The three quarters will be Metuka Ediri Singha, Dilruan Pereira, Isuru Vitanage, Mohammad Zahir, Sasita Kaluarachi, Rithanuka Dabare, and Lakshan Silva will be the fullback.
Skipper moving to fullback for Science in their home game here at Suagathadasa. Normally plays at number 9. or at fly half, Silva.
Sudarshana, was the DS Senanayake skipper on the list? I don't think I quite picked it up.
He was not. Abdullah Telnajayalat will be the man in charge of the game with Gihan Kavinda and Nalin Lasanta as the assistant referees.
Yes, so there have been some big changes in the DS Senanayake outfit, as we saw yesterday from Royal as well, giving some of their fringe players a run. It's been a long season. DS Senanayake, Sudarshana, will want to put in a good performance. I'm sure they'll have their eyes on that knockout tournament. Will be desperately disappointed that they couldn't make it to the top 4.
Papare with the kickoff. Science collecting and straight away opting to go for the exit. Kick doesn't find touch, and here's the counter from DS Senanayake College. Pereira taking the ball in. Indecision. And then Omika with the offload. The hooker Praveen Lakmal being held up in the tackle by Science College, who've done very well. That'll give the forwards a lot of confidence.
Yes, always the danger when you run upright into the tackle, and Science, you would have to say, did brilliantly well to hold the ball carrier up and earn that scrum. So important to get those basics right. You've got to go low, and when carrying the ball, not just in defense. Some good awareness by the Science lads to hold the ball carrier up and win possession as a result. Now Science College will just need to try and throw the ball around a bit. Don't think they can get into a physical confrontation with this DS Senanayake outfit. You can see DS Senanayake applying a bit of pressure at the scrum.
Here's Dilruwan Pereira putting the ball up. Played as fly-off against Trinity here at Suagathadasa and had a very good kicking game. DS opting to go with their forwards, and this is a strategy that they will employ because they have the heavier men. Now opting to go to the boot. Rasindu Bandara finds his counterpart in the 22 meters. Science not finding touch, and this is dangerous with DS. Not shy to run through Mohammad Sabir. Good structured forwards, but equally well defended by Science College, doing well to get away from the ball. DS are happy to slow down the game with their forwards coming in, building faces.
And DS Senanayake with a break. Lovely offload. Science College scrapping back in defense. Referee has his hands out for an offside. So this is good by DS, taking the ball up, just trying to create a couple of phases. Attacking along the hinges, just trying to suck this Science College in defense in. Again, making some good ground. Switching sides. Have numbers out wide. Spreading the ball out, but Science defense covering well. The DS yet hold on to possession. It's Hooker who takes the ball up.
Praveen Lakmal tucking the ball in for DS. This is good because they've been building faces, and gets the penalty advantage. There's a player on the field who stumbles his way back to field.
Yes, and DS deciding to go to the post earlier on. Points on the board seems to be the order of the day. Just a bit surprised by that call, Sudarshan, unless there was an infringement, because DS Senanayake seemed to have some advantage. unless the referee spotted some infringement from the offensive team.
That's why the secondary signal is absolutely important, isn't it, Abdullah? Especially when we don't have ears to what's happening in the game. Because from how the game progressed, the advantage was on Senanayake College, and though they come back with 3 points, so opening the scoring, DS 3 points to nil, and it was easy work for Tatira Pereira.
Yes,
three.
Yes, one thing Science College will need to do is try and stop Senanayake forwards in particular getting over that gain line so frequently. It was far too easy from their point of view, so the forwards will need to make those tackles and not give too much forward momentum for this Senanayake outfit. The breakdown, such a crucial part of this game of rugby, the modern game. Dictates how the opposition can be thwarted in terms of offense. Science College. High kick, but looks like there is a knock on. Science retained possession, trying to attack along the fringes of their own. Science again attacking along the fringes as well. Science recover possession, taking it into contact. This is good by Science, asking some questions, and a big run by Dhananjaya Sahan. And then it's their hooker, Tharusha Gallage, some good ball carrying. Now they decide to go out wide. And will they be able to go over? No, just short. But more importantly, they managed to hold on to possession. Some good counter rucking by Senanayake, applying the pressure. But referee has his hands up, out for a penalty.
Losing their feet on the clearance, Abdullah, they didn't control their body weight. They fell over the ball. Senanayake College, although I don't think that was the signal for the same. The penalty was correct. Science now taking it quickly, wanting to make sure that they build on it. The forwards have shown discipline and yet again draws out the penalty and advantage. Good opportunity for Science College to try and arrest the momentum that they're getting. Now Pereira gives it out to his centre, Shahir, and Delruan Pereira will be the man touching down for Science College, getting the first Amana Bank try of the game, and putting Science ahead psychologically and also numerically.
Absolutely brilliant by Science. I think the DS defense didn't expect the fly half to pop up and pick the ball and go, isn't it, Sudarshana? They probably were scanning and looking for the forwards, but Pereira, identifying the space, took the entire DS defense by surprise and has managed to get the first points on the board, and he's followed it up by slotting the conversion over as well. So just like yesterday, here at the Suagathadasa Stadium, the underdogs go into the lead earlier on.
Well, Delruan Pereira is a guy you can't miss on the field, Abdul, especially not because of his trappings or his thermal vest or his name, which is now pretty familiar with the Test cricketer of the country, but it's very difficult to take him out of the game because he likes to kick, can play in full-back position and also has the fly-off as well. So he's somebody who's going to be involved in the game. One of those game breakers Science have alongside their skipper, Lakshan Silva. And early exchanges, Delruan Pereira comes good for Science. With the exit, and you can see the confidence in the player Abdullah, he likes to play with a lot of confidence. Sometimes his kicks may not yield the same distance that you would expect, but at least he's managed to get that touch.
Yes, and pretty obvious that he wants to be in the thick of things as well, isn't it? You very rarely do you see a fly half doing a pick and go. But Pereira is very happy to take his chances that come his way. Now DS Senanayake with a nice clean take from that line out. Now they'll be using this driving maul, which has worked for them really well. And you can see the pressure being applied because the Science are right on top of that maul, but DS Senanayake yet making their way, making good strides.
This is brilliant, isn't it, from DS? Look at the formation of the forwards. They know exactly where they're going. And the man behind the ball, Pereira, is very happy to take a nice little stroll. Just brilliant work from DS, keeping that control and making sure that their work is... I thought Pereira was a tad bit early, Abdullah, because that was moving like art.
Yes, nonetheless, DS just making it a little bit harder, but nonetheless they've held on to possession. Pick and go. Science struggling to hold on, and looks like it's been held up. So you'd have to say brilliant work by the Science lads. But the referee looks like he'll be coming back for another penalty.
Well, take a look at that now. That change of momentum. If Science can make sure that they defend this one out, because now DS Senanayake College is under a little bit of pressure, because they know the earlier time they just couldn't finish it.
Yes, and interesting that they decided to opt for a scrum, isn't it? I thought they'd probably go to touch and try and driving maul again, because they did get a bit of momentum through that. Just that the number 8 Tiven Pereira got a rush of blood, really. Just broke off that maul when it was progressing well. But Science did brilliantly well to hold up the ball carrier of DS Senanayake. But DS with another opportunity. Pereira trying to make amends. But Science up to that.
David Selva with the brilliant defense gets him down. But DS still asking questions. Here's Praveen Lakmal carrying laterally. DS with Omika driving for the line towards the goal post. Now ball goes out. Big carry, big defensive work by Science. Onto the short side, to the backs. Here's DS in the corner. Was Malit Samarakod with an Amana Bank try. DS reply and they go in front. 8 points to 7 with the conversion to come.
Yes, that was a very well constructed try, you'd have to say, by DS Senanayake. Kept on attacking with the forwards. The DS defense was constantly on the back foot. Thought they'd keep it tight, but decided to go out wide, and eventually managing to get the try on that left flank to go into the lead. Science defense probably a bit flat-footed on that occasion. And with DS Senanayake on the front foot, there was no stopping them in order to get their first Amana Bank try. So Tatira Pereira with the conversion attempt. Strikes it reasonably well, but not on target. So the score will remain 8 points to 7.
It'll be important to see how Science will react to this and respond to this. They need to make sure that they keep themselves in the game as long as they possibly can, and especially holding on to possession with their backs. Because when it comes to the forwards department, Abdullah, DS Senanayake is extremely dominant, and they're very, very physical in that as well. Now DS dishing out the mistake after scoring. Opportunity for Science College. Pereira with a kick that he wouldn't be proud of. Gives away possession, but the referee comes back to the earlier knock forward.
Just one thing Science College wouldn't want to get into is a real forwards battle. Just need to try and avoid getting into a confrontation physically, because it can have an impact later on in the game as well, isn't it, Darshana? So they've just got to try and move the ball wide, get this big DS Senanayake forwards moving end to end. Just try and fatigue them a bit, because it's what you do at this stage that can have an impact in those final 15-20 minutes. Another good scrum by DS Senanayake, applying a lot of pressure. But Science have done well to retain possession, although they lose a few meters in the process. It's not sure this is the type of tactics Science should employ, but they have got a penalty for their efforts. This Senanayake forward not supporting his body weight is the call by the referee. So Science will look to go to touch. Pereira makes no mistake, drives play into the 22.
Good work from Science, being consistent and insistent that they play positively. Pereira initially thought about 3 points, looked at the bench, but they decided that they're going to go with the line out, and does so beautifully. Lovely setup. Here's Science College trying to mold the Senanayake. They're patient. Will that patient pay off? What you need to do is make sure you come away and protect the ball, and they spell it. Here's opportunity for DS. Just as we said that they shouldn't go into a physical confrontation, they got their maul beautifully well. It was time for them to give it out to these kind of fast runners who can break the game for Science. Luckily for them, still with possession. Now goes to the forwards. Have advantage as well coming from the referee. Need to try and send it out wide, Science, because that's where they are best at. Another penalty in favor of Science College.
Yes, the DS Senanayake defense was deemed offside. Not getting onside at that breakdown. So interesting to see the tactics DS Senanayake will adapt. Deciding to go for touch again. I'm sure it's within Dilwan Pereira's range if he decides to go to the post, but they decide to go to touch instead. Now Sudarshan, it'll be interesting to see what Science employ from this line out. Last time around, they decided to go for the driving maul. That just did not work. I think they've got to take a chance and go out wide early, isn't it? Just trying to get into a fist fight with this DS forwards pack, I don't think is going to be in their favor.
Beautiful throw, and this time gives it out at the back for Science. This is a set move that they've practiced. They know exactly where to be and who will be attacking. Long cutout pass, beautiful ball from Science College. Attacking the outside is the skipper. Still going, and he scores. Silva. They had rehearsed it. If we don't have any thing from the assistant referee, I think that would be a brilliant score. The referee and the assistant referee having a word. Look, absolutely golden, and after the pause.
Yeah, that's right. Just the awareness, Sudarshana. If you have a look at that once again, lovely looping pass. Just the awareness to keep the ball alive. Pereira, he had not gone to ground, so he had absolute rights to move there, and Brilliantly done by the Science skipper to go over for the Saganamana bank try of Science College. And also you'd have to say some good work by the referee and his assistant as well. It would have been a tough call. It seemed that he had hit the deck, but he had absolutely all rights to place that ball over the goal line. And Science going to the lead once again. The conversion not successful. Nonetheless, Science College 12 points to 8. Well, Sudarshana, we were talking off air that this could turn out to be a really entertaining game because both teams don't have that league pressure on them, isn't it? And you can see that freedom being expressed by both these teams. It's been a brilliant first 20 minutes thus far. Science taking this DS outfit bit by bit of surprise. So it'll be interesting to see whether DS can hold their nerve and pull the score back in their favor.
So brilliant, isn't it? Just before this score, we spoke about after DS Senanayake College got the try, Amana back try. We discussed about how Science will respond to that, and they've responded brilliantly, doing something that they've mastered and practiced at the training pitch. And like you said, you saw the awareness when that move came through, the long cutout pass. It was beautifully timed, and how Science knew exactly what to do, but it came through the brilliance of their skipper Lakshan Silva, who is a brilliant player for Science College and also in the league. Can play at, he's a very matured halfback, but in this Science team, he wants to try and assist them wherever they possibly can, and in this game he plays at fullback, but showcasing individual brilliance too, and the knowledge of the law to make sure that he scores that try.
So DS Senanayake with another line out, trying to drive, but this is much better by Science College. Once is called by the referee, so DS will need to try and get the ball out, which they do, and again going into contact. So this is the way Science are going to do. They're going to ensure that DS Senanayake, that Science have to make a lot of tackles earlier on. Once again attacking along the fringes, but Science defense holding up thus far. Science unfortunately just stepping over that line, and the referee had his hands out for an advantage. DS Senanayake trying to change the angle, but Science doing well to throw out that attack, trying a counter ruck of their own, but not successful enough. DS yet hold on to position, once again trying to attack along the fringes. This is really good by Science, hitting DS Senanayake behind that gain line. Again a short pass. Trying to go wide, but not successfully, but DS Science falling off a couple of tackles. Tatira Pereira trying to create something for his team. This is good by DS Senanayake. They are controlling position. Thiven Pereira, the big ball carrying number 8, making some good ground. Now to back to the pick and go. Just trying to apply some pressure on this Science outfit. It's short, but looks like Science College, DS Senanayake will eventually get over the line. Timat Bogahawata is the try scorer. Again, DS Senanayake on that occasion showing good patience and more importantly winning the gain line battle. And it's only so much defending you can do when you are at such a physical disadvantage. So some really good control by the Science forwards, rather by the DS Senanayake forwards, asking questions of that Science defense, but eventually just the brute force of the DS Senanayake 8 prevailing on that occasion.
Double attack on the front of DS Senanayake College. While they are scoring points, they are also demoralizing this Science outfit and also physically draining them out as well, hit after hit. We saw signs of this in the pre-game prep as well, Abdullah, where DS Senanayake were prepping with the multiple hit shields and they were building face after face as Tatara Pereira with a brilliant conversion, adds in the extras. Has been kicking well.
Yes, I think Science will need to take a chance from here on, Sudarshan. They've got to just try and throw the ball around, is it, and use their very skillful backs to better effect. I don't think the pick and goes are going to work, and it's going to take a lot out of them as well. And we saw that second try, when they did decide to throw it about, they managed to make a few inroads as well. So I think that's the blueprint which Science will need to follow from here on.
Like you said, the collisions are going to be a constant because DS are not going to stop hitting you. So Science College need to try and avoid as many physical confrontations as possible. And the more ball in the open will be their name of the game, where they will be looking to do well in counters. DS would love to slow things up, and they will roll in the conditions which are very close. They'll want to keep the ball close. So a team like that, if you can starve them of possession, is the only way you are going to be able to try and beat them.
Yeah, absolutely, and also by trying and playing the game with a bit of width, they'll ensure that those big DS forwards have to move about as well. And that's something which most big forwards don't enjoy doing. So feed in right on the halfway as a result of that kick not going 10 meters. Pereira breaks on the short side and licks up with his scrum off. Chamit Samarasinghe, but the referee has penalized DS Senanayake for going off their feet. So Dilruwan Pereira sending the ball into the DS half. Interesting to see what Science will do from this line out. We saw once they did try the driving maul, but with not much success.
There are massive number of firecrackers going, and I can assure you it's not for this game. As Science try to set it up. Have ball on the back. Pereira now gives it out. Here's Silva with the pass. But Malit Samariko no runs it.
Slightly delaying that pass was the Science skipper, but the pass not finding the winger's hands, so it'll be in touch for DS Senanayake. Just wondering, Sudarshana, the idea behind just trying that driving maul, not getting much success. It does take a lot out of the forwards once they do get into that maul situation and then have to move to another breakdown. Science would do well to just get it out away from the DS8 as much as possible. That's a brilliant steal by Science College. Now an opportunity for them to launch an attack. Spreading the ball out wide. Getting the inside pass. But just deemed forward, unfortunately. But that's what you want DS to do, isn't it? So Arshana, just spread that ball out wide. Ask questions of the DS defense. In that 13-14 channel as much as possible. That's the area they want to play that game. (15 points to 12 in favor of DS Senanayake.
Science College, every time DS have penetrated their lines, have responded very positively up the line. Yes, they would do well not to keep the ball hanging around too long in that maul when they win the ball. Otherwise, they've been very good in their line out. As Tiven Pereira breaks from the back. Here's Kaluarachi on top of that ball, and did look like he had the rights, but yes, lost his balance, had his hand on the floor and gets penalized. opportunity now for Tatira Pereira to get out of jail, and he duly obliges with a brilliant kick, which again scores to 35 meters for the Senanayake College, and all the forwards will be very thankful.
It's a bit unfortunate for Science College. It's there. I think it's just at that breakdown, conceding a penalty. Tatira Pereira gleefully driving play back into the Science half, and DS Senanayake winning a clean line out. Again, just using their bulk to good effect with the driving maul. Eventually breaking off is Lakshan Bogahawata. Again, they will try and attack along the fringes. This is the pace at which DS Senanayake will want to play this game. Just want to control proceedings. And Science defense has encroached offside once again. Look to try and spread the ball out wide. Science have the numbers out wide, but fumble it in the process. Nonetheless, they'll come back for the penalty advantage that they had in their favor. So looks like the referee will be giving an official warning to Science College. Not for the first time they were offside in that red zone. So probably the communication is that another infringement in this area could see a player visiting the sin bin, and Science would dearly look to avoid that. So Science, DS Senanayake rather have opted for a scrum. DS with the feed in. Pereira links up with Tatira. Pereira, who throws a pretty ambitious pass. It's probably the best way you could describe that.
Science College will be delighted that they've come away with that. It'll be interesting to see what they opt to do here. Science won't be a surprise if they look to run from these corners. The two skippers, the deputy from TS, Chamudemit from TS, and Sasit Kaluarachu from Science have been the two guilty parties who shake it off. Be interesting to see what Science opts to do, and I wouldn't be surprised if they look to run Abdullah, because they have very interesting characters in their back line. They fly off, of course, they'll run Pereira, then he has Shabir in the number 12 jersey who likes to run. Kalwarachi, who normally plays fly off, has gone to center. Here's opportunity for Science, breaking from the short side. And it's short-lived as Senanayake managed to get a hand on it, but Science College will be happy that they have possession back.
Yes, well, that was some good awareness by the scrum half of Science College, because that Science scrum was under enormous amount of pressure, and you could see the entire focus was on the scrum. The third row were pretty much concentrating on applying the pressure and forgot that there would be a break on the short side. Science with that line out. Ball overthrown, but nonetheless Science managed to retain possession, and position is locked. It looks like it is a yellow card. Looks like a swimming arm was the call.
I think what he tried doing was try and rip the ball away, Abdullah. But I think a slight mistiming would have prompted for that card. But I do not believe there was any malice behind the act.
Yes, well, the referees are obliged to go by the action rather than the intention. I don't think you could quite fault that. Right in front of the ref as well, and that shot resulted in the knob ball being lost as well. So Science with an opportunity.
Again, a brilliant collection, absolutely brilliant. That's why the Science set of forwards, you got to commend them with their limitations. They are a very well-drilled unit. Throws number 6, there's good commitment. What they need to do is they need to be aware of their capacity, because one too many, DS will be able to try and poach it.
And poached, they have, you'd have to say, DS Senanayake kicking the ball deep. Science will look to try and launch a counter attack. This is where they are very dangerous, but a big hit by the DS Senanayake forward. And Pereira deciding to kick from the base deep, but safely collected by DS Senanayake. Now DS will try and launch another attack. They're very good at getting players to the breakdown quickly. And the ball being kicked out on the full. So it will be a line out just outside the 22. And what an opportunity for Science College.
That's pressure on DS Senanayake College now.
Yes, well, looks like there was a late charge according to the assistant referee. So this is Senanayake driving play back into the half, probably the final play of this first half. Praveen Lakmal finds his target, but DS Senanayake have managed to thwart a drive which DS Senanayake would have wanted. Again, DS Senanayake just using their forwards, but it's all very slow, enabling Science defense to realign. It's all very slow. But Science have done well to hold up. But just managing to get onto the ground in the nick of time is Suagathadasa. And DS Senanayake again using their forwards to try and make a bit of inroads into this Science defense. But Science thus far standing strong, eventually being forced to go out wide. Yes, well, you'd have to say that that was definitely a penalty. The Science number 7, Oshan Eranda, was not on his feet when he initially played the ball. So pretty unfortunate for Science. DS Senanayake deciding to go to the post, which in all probability will be the final play of this game. It's been an interesting half, isn't it, Sudarshana? Probably you'd have to say Science haven't quite caught their tactics right. There were a couple of occasions where they would have done well to go out wide a little bit earlier, but decided to attack along the fringes. Just don't think that's the kind of game they want to play against this DS Senanayake outfit that is physically far superior, you'd have to say.
Yes, but you can see that the fatigue's getting to them as well, because they're a big unit. That's part and parcel of being a big unit as well, that you tend to get a little slow as the game progresses. So Science, what they need to do is they need to make sure that they are selecting which areas of the game that they want to try and capitalize in, and DS watching their opportunity to get 3 points, they opted for it, and that will send a message as well. And not being able to get that, and going into half time, they are not a very, very convinced team.
Yeah, that's right. I think Science College will be pretty pleased with the scoreline at halftime. DS Senanayake had probably majority of the possession as well as territory, but just to be up 3 points will be a bit disconcerting for them. I'm sure their coaching staff will have a few strong words to be said. Science, from their point of view, I think we just need to take a chance in that second half and just try and throw the ball wide a bit and try and exploit whatever opportunities have out wide.
Melbourne Cresco cheese bits, chick bits and snackers are the variety of Melbourne savory biscuits which suit everyone's taste. So even if you're at home watching the match or cheering here at Suagathadasa, I think grabbing a pack and sharing the joy of the game with Melbourne savory would be absolutely brilliant. Half-time confirmation, 12 points to 15. And with that, we will go into a commercial break, and when we return, we will have action of the second half.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma tibide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevitayama mihirai, Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chilven lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දී දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 accounts from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Train එකේ ඇල්ලගින් සෆාරියෙන් යාලේ අපි අලි බලස්සුවට තියන් සෙල්ෆි ගහමු වරෙන් මචං උතුරේ දකුණේ කොහේ ගියා ට්‍රිප් වන් එක ඩබල් වෙන්න කොතුමි රසට හදා නැති නැතක ෂෙයා කරන් කමුද මචං ප්‍රීමා කොතුමි ෆන් තමයි.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මොකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
body wash එක.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
දැන් රිදී TV නාලිකා වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගතර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට Dialog TV නාලිකා අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රිදී TV ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දාඩිය දාගෙන ගෙදර මිදුර තනකොළ කපපු කාලේ ඉවරයි. දැන් ඒකට ඉන්නවා රොබෝ කෙනෙක්. මාස 6ක් විතර එක දිගට බැටරි ලයිෆ් එකක් තියෙන CCTV එකක් තිබ්බොත් ඔයාලා යූස් කරනවද? ලැග් වෙන්නේ නැතුව, ස්ටක් වෙන්නේ නැතුව ගේම් ප්ලේ කරන්න, වීඩියෝ එඩිටින්.
So welcome back to the Suagathadasa Stadium as we prepare to commence the second half of what has been a really interesting encounter between Science College and DS Senanayake. It will be Science to kick off proceedings. And just from the kick-off, it was a knock-on and should have been a penalty because one of the DS players collected the ball. After that knock-on, he was in front of the player, so a bit of a miss by the referee. Nonetheless, Science College have a wonderful opportunity to launch an attack. Need to keep in mind that DS Senanayake are a player as short as well. But just to give the benefit of the doubt, probably Science would have opted for a scrum anyway, Sudarshan, from that penalty.
Yes, I think Science will take the positive out of this, and if they can get their backs unleashed early in the second half. Here's Pereira, gives it to Shabir. Pereira with a wraparound. Now Silva. Isuru Vithanage tucking the ball in for Science. Science playing more expansive and well, and this time around he may have looked like he wasn't entirely supporting his body weight on ripping that, but referee deeming that he did enough to tackle that ball, and Titira Pereira will give some solace and get DS back onto the halfway mark.
Yes, it was DS hooker Praveen Lakmal who did poach that ball. So unfortunately for Science, missing an opportunity there. Lakmal with the throw-in. And a good spoil by Science College. Ball is loose, but Referee will come back for the knock-on from that line-out. So some good spoiling work at line-out time. It's Oshane Randa, tireless worker in the loose, and has been really good at line-out time as well.
Just got to give credit to the Science 8 for their line-out work. They've been a committed unit. Science here with an opportunity. Every time the Blacks have been in motion, they've looked dangerous, and every time they kept the ball a little too much close to their forwards, they've been spilling it over to DS.
Yes, some good pressure applied by the DS8 at scrum time. Science have just got to make sure it's a quick strike at that scrum, and it's generally called the channel 1 ball. But the only problem Science is facing in that situation is they have to keep their number 8 away, since the DS scrum is down to 8 as well. Now DS Senanayake with an attacking opportunity of their own, again taking the ball into contact. They will now just try and attack along the fringes, which they do really well. Science not making that first time tackle count.
Makes it difficult to man that offside line as well when that happens. You got to make sure that you're behind the last foot time and time again, and retreating and backpedaling is not easy, especially under tired legs. And DS are looking to play this game at this pace. They want to slow it down, keep it close to each other, and make sure that defenders from Science are made to work. Phase number 7 from DS Senanayake College. Science are doing fairly well to try and not commit too many numbers around the fringes, which is why they are able to try and keep that gain line close to each fringe, with the rest of them marshalling the possible openings. But how long will they be able to hold this is the problem. You can clearly see the difference of the lot of forwards and backs in these defensive patterns. The forwards tend to be a little more disciplined than the backs, who tend to be a little eager around the tackle area.
DS not making much headway, but they are making the Science forwards work very hard to defend this attack along the fringes. Eventually looking to spread the ball out wide. There is a bit of space, but some good cover defense by Science, keeping the DS three-quarters at bay. Now it's the hooker, Praveen Lakmal, taking the ball up. The referee has his hands out for an offside. And DS Senanayake will continue to attack along the fringes. They're just about 8 meters away from the try line. And that's a try. Some really good work by the DS forwards. Wonderful Amana Bank try by DS Senanayake. There's only so much of defending the DS8 could do, or rather the Science 8 could do. Some really good work by the DS forwards. Science just cannot afford to continue allowing these DS forwards to attack along the fringes. The only way they can stop that is they've got to control position, because at every breakdown and every given opportunity, this is what the DS Senanayake game plan is going to be. Pereira with the conversion attempt and makes no mistake. So DS Senanayake draw first blood in this second half, and they have extended their lead to 22 points to 12.
big strong carry by Boga Havatta. The big burly lock of DS Senanayake College, creating the mismatch against Science. 22 points to 12. It's very important that Science try and get onto the scoreboard now, because if you let DS run away with this one, it's going to be a long second half for the lads from Mount Lavinia. Here's the skipper wanting to try and speed things up, decides against it.
So good attacking opportunity for Science. They've just got to get the ball, first of all, win this line out and then get the ball out wide as soon as possible. They've done that really well. This is much better by Science. Spreading the ball out wide, trying to create a breakdown at center field.
Well, took the straight route like nobody's business, and here's Pereira being slammed in the tackle by TS. That looked like a head-on collision. Hopefully both the players are okay.
Yes, it just seems smashed to the shoulder rather than anything else. Referees are pretty aware of any form of injury. If they feel it's head contact, they immediately try and halt play and get the player checked. It's been a stop-start affair. Let's have a look at that once again. Yes, it was the DS Senanayake sent to three-quarter. It's Thenula Silva. Could see him getting whiplashed a bit as he hit the deck, and the back of his head struck the ground. But he was up, fortunately, but the referee felt it's necessary to get it checked, and rightfully so. But all's well, and he's up and running, so we'll restart the game with a scrum by in favor of Science, since they did have possession when play was brought to a halt. Meduka Edirisinghe with the feed in. Now the big scrum by DS Senanayake, a lot of pressure, but Science getting the ball out wide. We look to try and create something, and it's a good run by the inside center, but Science penalized for going off their feet. Not sure whether there was any material impact in that, but referee deciding to call a penalty nonetheless. Tatira Pereira will find good touch, driving play well into the Science half.
Very good by DS. They've come with a plan. They want to slow things up as much as they possibly can, Abdullah, and play it at a very decent pace. They have their eye on the knockouts, like you mentioned. They'll be very disappointed that they couldn't get into the second round. Have played some very good rugby, DS. I think so far this season, setting up the ball, and Science did absolutely well initially. Now referee is playing advantage to DS.
Yes, now that was pretty cynical and dangerous. It's something that would warrant a yellow card. can have a look at that once again. Science initially deciding not to contest the line out, but once the Maul was making some headway, one of the Science forwards decided to make a tackle while the Maul was formed, which is absolutely illegal. As we have a look at that once again, you cannot undercut a Maul, and that's exactly what Science forward did. Should consider himself lucky not to be shown a card, because it was not just cynical but dangerous as well. Nonetheless, DS Senanayake will be trying that once again, and this time Science have done really well. They have sacked that Maul, which is absolutely 100% legal. But a penalty has been awarded to DS Senanayake. One of the travails of not having the ref mic on is the Sudarshana. Would have enabled us to tell exactly what that penalty was for.
It looked like a brilliant sack by Science College, who managed to pounce on that, and we for all money thought that it was held up. But referee and the assistant referee having spotted an infringement, which unfortunately we are not aware of, awarding a penalty to DS. DS now with an opportunity. Science will be on notice. 2 penalties back to back.
So this time the sack is not legal as deemed by the referee. So Science DS Senanayake will now reorganize and continue to attack along the fringes. And referee has his hands out for an offside. Tiven Pereira with a strong run. DS Senanayake forwards again trying to make some inroads, which they do successfully. And this is really good by the DS forwards. But there was a slight knock on, so the referee will come back for the advantage at the line out. So Vandara will just slot that into touch, and DS Senanayake will once again go for the line out. You can see some of the Science forwards just trying to clarify with the referee regarding the legality of that sacking. Because what Science need to do is they've got to just try and not give this DS Senanayake Maul any momentum whatsoever. Got to nip it at the bud as it was. But a good line out take by DS Senanayake, and they are using their weight to good effect. Science just unable to throw that, and no surprise. Another try for DS Senanayake. It's their 4th Amana Bank try, and it's that Lakesh Vikramasinghe who goes over for another Amana Bank try for DS Senanayake, and DS Senanayake slowly but surely seem to be running away with this game.
DS forwards absolutely brilliant, isn't it? The way they've been drilled into each player knows exactly where their body position needs to be. and makes it look absolutely brilliantly. Even earlier, when they set up that maul, Abdullah, they looked in perfect motion. They were moving very slow, but they were in motion, and that's what you like to see from a young outfit. Some of them are playing only their second or third game this season, but have responded very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the other important thing is the control, wasn't it? They were totally in control of that maul. Everyone was synced along the same lines. And just Science had absolutely no answer. Once DS Senanayake got a little bit of momentum, there was no stopping them. So after the scores were 15-12 at halftime, DS Senanayake have responded extremely well. They have extended their lead to 13 points. And Science need to do something and hit back as fast as possible. So once again, DS Senanayake will try and use their forwards to good effect.
Four games happening today around Sri Lanka as DS try and get out of jail. Silva teasing off a quick start, but they will take what's in front because it had been taken back, is the call by the referees.
Yes, well, that decision has been reversed because I think DS Senanayake, the breakdown was in the 22. So it will be a throw-in for Science College.
Well, as I said, 4 games happening around the country. Up in Kandy, of course, with the other versus St. Peters. 21 points to 3. Pete Wright in front, having collected the bonus point already. Science managing to try and spoil that. So lost forward, it'll be ball for the Dons. So Mangala versus the Antonians up in the hills again. 14 points to 15 with the Antonians in the lead. And up at Havelock Park, 22 points to 17. It's a close tussle and a humdinger at the park, and Isipatana are currently in the lead, having already secured the bonus point, but the Tomians are right at the edge.
Yes, so everything to play for in that game as Tiven Pereira makes a break from that scrum. DS Senanayake will once again look to just attack from the fringes, which they have done well. But it's an accidental offside. Or rather, it's a deliberate obstruction is the call by the referee. It's interesting to see what Science will opt for here. I think they've got to go for touch. Science just having a bit of discussion between the skipper and Pereira on what to do. And looks like they have opted for a scrum. Just wondering, Sudarshan, whether they've got to try and avoid getting into this set piece mode as much as possible. Because even from the scrums, they're getting back football, isn't it? Because of the pressure that is being applied by the DS8. They've just got to take a chance and, they've just got to take a chance and take a quick tap and just get this game moving.
You're absolutely right, Abdullah. I think the reason they are opting for the set pieces is purely because of the fact that the backs are very, very confident that they will be able to try and execute those. And we've seen glimpses of very nice moves coming in, and that is because this back line has that ability to try and pull it off. What they need to try and understand and maybe develop into their game is to try and do it not off set piece, but again in open play. You have a better chance because your opposition is not in a set formation to defend you.
Yeah, so let's see whether Science can create something. Once again, some good rush defense by DS, thwarting that attack. Unfortunate for Science, really, you'd have to say. Again, just that they just seemed a bit rushed from that scrum as well, wasn't it, Sudarshana? They worried of the pressure that was going to be applied by the DS8. Looks like the assistant referee has picked up on something. Well, there has been a lot of this throughout this game, Sudarshan, and it's really impacted the tempo of the match. Some things you just got to let go. It's after all a collision sport. It's something very serious. Just got to let it go. Not quite sure what that conversation between the referee and both captains was. As we have a look at that once again. It's a good defensive work by DS's Chamidu Veerasinghe, the replacement third rower. Now Thiven Pereira with another break from the scrum. DS Senanayake again using their forwards, pick and go. They will do this all day against this Science outfit. Eventually deciding to go wide, spreading the ball out wide. Lovely inside pass. Again, a carry by Praveen Lakmal. A high shot though by the Science defender. Referee playing advantage. Another pick and go along the fringes. Senanayake just trying to milk the penalty, which they will get as a result of that kick, which the referee has deemed no advantage available. So that was definitely a high shot on the DS hooker. So referee just having a word to that Science forward. Tatira Pereira finds a touch inside the 22. So no guesses really for what the option here will be.
There's been a lot of stoppage in this game, Abdullah, and unfortunately sometimes not even game related, which is a pity.
So DS Senanayake form the maul. Once again getting some good momentum, and the Science forwards are struggling desperately to halt it, but looks like Bogahawata will go for another Amana Bank try for DS Senanayake. Or rather it's Lankesh Vikramasinghe. The DS Senanayake lock forward at the back of that maul. scoring another try for DS Senanayake, and the Dons slowly but surely have managed to wrest control of this game through their burly forwards. Science, unfortunately, probably not employing the tactics which they should have done earlier on in the game. And as a result, DS Senanayake moving into a 32 points to 12 lead. We're just talking, Sudarshana, the start-stop nature of this game, but those first few minutes of that first half when the game started, it was such a frantic pace. We thought that we'll be really in for an entertaining game, but from then on it's been a relatively stop-start, which you'd have to say has favored DS Senanayake. Pereira with the conversion attempt, and it's successful. So DS Senanayake further extend their lead, 34 points to 12, as we enter the final 10 minutes of this game.
Steering themselves away from Science College, who have been battered on the field. And also when you slow it down like that with a big team, it feels like forever, isn't it, Abdullah? The battering ram of DS Senanayake College, well-formed maul. It's just a stroll in the park for the ball carrier, Lankesh, who touches down for another Amana Bank try.
So it's a knock-on by DS Senanayake. So an opportunity for Science to try and create something for themselves. It's a good attacking position. There is a short side to work as well. Help keep the defending team guessing. You just need to be a quick strike by the Science forwards. Got to get the ball out of that scrum as soon as possible. So another big scrum by DS Senanayake. Science scrum under a lot of pressure, but they managed to get the ball out wide. And it's the Science keeper just trying to create something, but some brilliant work, you'd have to say, at the breakdown by DS Senanayake forward. And it's Chamudu Veerasinghe. He has come off the bench and had a real impact on this game. So once again, Science College just not getting the forwards there at the breakdown in time, Sudarshan, and you could put that down to a bit of fatigue as well. It's been a really tough day in the office for the Science forwards.
Absolutely, Abdullah, I think, but you really can't fault their effort though. They've been a spirited bunch, these forwards. They've been severely overpowered when it comes to the physical department, but when it comes to, take a look at that, the open side from Science still jumps up trying to contest that ball is absolutely brilliant, and they're still up to the task to try and stop this, but TS will be licking their fingers. Another try for them from the maul would be wonderful.
This is terrific stuff by the DS forwards. Lakshan, once again, referee has his hands out, which you presume would be for an advantage. And DS go to the boot, probably preferring the penalty. And looks like the assistant referee has spotted something, wanting to get into the act as well. So I think there's going to go a warning being given to the science lock, Surya Priyadarshana. He was trying desperately to hold that maul, but was getting on top of the maul. So a yellow card has been shown. Probably it's being deemed as dangerous. So Science College will complete this game with 14 players. Bit unfortunate from their point of view.
Things going from bad to worse, but Science have always been there and thereabout. Abdullah, it's just that they haven't been able to secure possession enough to try and do anything with it, and DS have been absolutely disciplined. We haven't seen any of those 50-50 passes that have been thrown around. When they've gone to their backs, they've been disciplined with ball. And the forwards unit, it's very clear the way they want to play this game, and they are committing to it.
Yes, and Science from their part, probably to a certain degree, haven't helped their cause the way they have gone about the task as well. Probably a few other factors also not aiding the pace of the game, which they would like to play it at. So another driving maul on the cards.
Who do you reckon will be the ball carrier, Abdullah?
Yeah, well, it looks like it's Lakshan Wickramasinghe once again, but this time the maul deemed as illegal. Probably truck and trailer is what we have to assume.
I think yet again, if we can take a look at that, I believe Science did not engage in that maul. So the moment you transfer the ball, you become there is accidental offside.
So play goes right on to the halfway mark. So just a quick update from Havelock Park. So, Isipatana going into a 34 points to 22 lead. And my co-commentator is pretty pleased with that outcome, which means that Trinity will probably make it to that Super 4.
This time around, fates exchange and destinies are different with the two teams. It's DS who've been found guilty of bringing the ball down illegally. And Science are going to go down the same way because they are very confident of their line out, and confident they should be. It's just they need to try and figure out the amount of time that they're going to spend with the ball so close to them with a physically more superior unit, because their backs on the books. So when you take player to player, most of the younger DS players have made the field, with Coach Arcel opting to give time to the youngsters. The Science backs will be able to run some very interesting lines if they have possession now.
Yes, it's just that they haven't been afforded the opportunity that they would like in this game. This time going to the back of the line out. And this is something which I just don't understand, why Science are just insisting on going into contact. They've got to take a chance and spread the ball out wide. They're not going to win this arm wrestle. Again attacking along the fringes. This is not the way Science want to play this game. DS Senanayake will be very comfortable. And Science penalized for not staying on their feet. Tactically, that's not the way Science would want to have played this game. And so Darshana, we've had to make a call on a man of the match for this encounter. The way this game has progressed, you'd have to say that it has to be someone from the DS Senanayake forwards.
I'd say I'd give it to the 8. Abdullah, I won't be able to tell them apart because all of them have really put their hands up and delivered. We have another opportunity where they've gone into a line-out. Maybe one of the remaining ones from the starting lineup, because they've toiled hard going in from the side. That could very well be a yellow card. Extremely cynical, but referee gets let's go of that. Omika Bogahawatta is one of the starters who are still hanging around. He did carry the ball well as well, but there were more standout players in the likes of Timat Bogahawatta. I do not know whether they are related. The try scorer who carried well, and he was a very good member of that driving maul. Tiven Pereira, of course, has been brilliant from behind the scrum and has been leading the team well with the absence of the skipper. I leave it up to you, Abdullah, to try and pick who that's going to be.
Yes, well, a lot of technical calls being made. Referee has his hands out for an advantage. So DS Senanayake will once again just look to try and use the pick and go to good effect. Another big carry by the DS prop forward, Omika Bogahawatta. And another pick and go. It's really taxing the reserves of this Science 8. And another penalty. Again, Tiven Pereira this time, but referee again has his hands out for an offside. Science now just inches away from the goal line. Some good defense by Science, but referee was playing advantage. Science will be a bit lucky if they are not shown a card, because there were multiple infringements. So DS Senanayake this time opting to take a short tap. Pick and go. And just short once again. Some good desperate defense by Science.
This is pure heart, Abdullah, from Science College, who've been resisting, but DS says no way. And this time it'll come through Lankesh Wickramasinghe, who touches down for his second, I believe, in this game.
Yes, he's been outstanding. I thought he's controlled the maul extremely well. And I think that try, not just that, but his overall play today deserves the man of the match accolade. So DS Senanayake further extending their lead, and it's been a runaway second half performance by them. 39 points to 12 with the conversion to come. Tatira Pereira doesn't make the conversion, so the score will remain 39 points to 12, and that's the way the game will end. Eventually a rather comprehensive victory for the DS Senanayake lads, but it looked that it could go down to the wire at half time. However, DS Senanayake eventually just having a bit too much impact in that first half, making Science do a lot of work defensively and reaping the benefits of that during the second half. There was 23 unanswered points in that second half, Sudarshana. So just showed the dominance of that DS8.
Absolutely, Abdullah. And Science did not, like we mentioned multiple times, they did not do them any favors by trying to go into a physical battle, into those well-drilled forwards who knew exactly what to do. And DS Senanayake College will feel like they faced the assignment very well, and they will hope to keep momentum for the knockouts, because that's going to be important for this unit and also what's going to come next season as well. Similar for Science College, they've never ever been the shorter part. Next time when you need a chill, grab a Maliban Lemon Puff and chill like a champion. Maliban Lemon Puff, chill when a lemon. And Science College, like we mentioned, Abdullah, have never ever been short of heart, and they showcased this today as well.
Yes, they most definitely did. Tried their level best, but eventually it's just so much you can endure when you are physically under the pump. Probably if they had executed tactically slightly better, could have probably put a bit more pressure on the Dons, but it was not to be. But they've all contributed to what has been a very interesting Group A segment. So these are the highlights of the second half. Tatira Pereira. So these are the highlights of the full game. Science going into the lead, getting the first try of the game, but DS Senanayake responded immediately. And then Science, at this stage, Sudarshana, game was very much on, and it was their skipper with some wonderful awareness to score Science second try. But then from then on, it was the DS Senanayake forwards show all the way, and unfortunately Science just did not have an answer for it.
At half time, they would have envisioned that they still had a chance, Science College, but when the fatigue set in and the big DS forwards got in on the act, that was machinery that was going to be very, very difficult to stop.
Yes, and one of the beneficiaries of that was our man of the match. Lakshan Wickramasinghe had a terrific game in the loose. Lakesh Wickramasinghe rather had a terrific game in the loose, and thought that he controlled the ball very well. He got a hat-trick of tries as well. So eventually DS Senanayake ending up as comfortable victors, 39 points to 12 over a spirited Science outfit. And it's something that the DS Senanayake lads will probably take a lot of heart going into that knockout tournament. And also the added benefit is they're given probably a lot of their fringe players some game time as well.
Yes, and just like that, we've come to the end of the first round of Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024. 12 points to 39. The key stats for you: 2 tries to Science College with the Senanayake dotting down 6. 3 out of them converted by the Papare. 1 penalty for DAs where they showed the intention of making sure that they managed the game well. That's why they went with a okay mindset. 15 points to 12 at half time, Abdullah. But come second half, they just walked through Science College with Lankesh Wickramasinghe from DS Senanayake College becoming our player of the match. Super round fixtures week 1. St. Peter's College will host Trinity College with the update coming to you as Isipatana College defeats St. Thomas's College 41 points to 27. 7-try victory for the Green Machine, who are firing things up for the second round as they will be meeting the Royalists for Major Milroy Fernando Trophy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, for Major Milroy Fernando Trophy. That's going to be a grudge match for Isipatana. That will be at, I believe, Havelock Park, because last year it was at the Royal Complex with Royalists taking that away. Petrites and Trinity meeting each other up. That's going to be an interesting one. St. Peter's on full swing and are looking like the team to beat, and Trinity looking to make sure that they finish their season on a high. That's next week on Dialog Schools Rugby League. Up until we meet you next time, I'm Sudarshan Apiri signing off alongside Abdullah Yusuf. Papa.com production and the technical crew will meet you next week.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma tibide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayam mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when a lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 accounts from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
Swistek Aquashield 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා.
මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
චමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Right. Studies, jobs,
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.